All right, it's July, Chandani's birthday month, and we're back with another Surrey Report. We're going to get into the market and exactly what's gone on and the myths that are happening out there to answer any of your questions. But as always, first, let's get to those numbers. Starting with condos, the benchmark price is $423,000. That's a 2.5% slide back since last month and over 10% since the same time last year. Now, it's a tale of two markets in Cloverdale, and I'll get to that a little bit with the Detached, but Cloverdale condos are actually down over 13%, making them the biggest shift in the market.
And in our townhouse market, benchmark price is around $571,000. Now, year over year, that's a 5.8% decrease. Month over month, we are up 0.8%, which was our only increase this month.
Last, our Detached sitting at $1,057,000 this month, just down about 0.5% since last month and almost 6% since last year. The big, again, I said tale of two markets in Cloverdale. Detached houses in Cloverdale is actually seeing the smallest kickback at just over 2.5%. All right, let's get into it, Chandani. It's a year later. The peak of our market was June last year. We're reporting now on June 2019 stats. And we thought we would go over some misnomers of the market. So I had you prepare those.
So I got 5.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to call them myth number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Answer them as best we possibly can.
Okay. I have to also say it's also Steve's birthday this month, okay?
It is both of our birthday months. Happy birthday.
You know.
Happy birthday, Chandani.
Thank you, you too. Okay, so myth number 1. The crackdown on foreign buyers and money laundering is what is driving prices down.
That's what the news would have you believe, yes. The fact that we've cracked down on all this in the province, money laundering going through casinos, and the foreign buyer, also thought to be the Chinese mainland buyer, bringing all their illegal money over, has cracked the market. The crackdown on that has stopped the market. As far as now this is Vancouver, but we always say our marketplace is generally Surrey, Fraser Valley. Not true whatsoever. What is driving our market down is affordability of Canadians using legal money, meaning stress test. Yeah. The stress test has come in. It has cracked down on what people can afford for their mortgages, therefore doing the market. We've also got some other things, though, doing the same thing. So we've got the stress test. We've got those nasty realtor rules that all of us don't like that came in June 15th last year. But we also now have vacancy taxes all over the province. All these taxes, all these government policies driving the market down.
Yeah, and a lot of uncertainty.
A lot of uncertainty as a result of government policy.
Okay, so myth number 2. The Lower Mainland bubble has burst.
The Lower Mainland bubble has burst. So people always say, and they've been saying it as long as I've owned real estate, even before I was a realtor, that the bubble has now burst. We are seeing upwards of a 10% slide back in some categories. I think our numbers just said Cloverdale up to 13%. Yep. Now that's a year over year. Remember before that we were seeing crazy gains. But no, we have not burst. It's not similar to the mortgage crisis in the States of 2007, 2008. That is where they were basically writing mortgages for not real people, dogs, anybody. You didn't have to declare income. It was built on absolutely nothing, that marketplace. Therefore, Vancouver is different as a result. We are specifically built on immigration, a great place to live. There's low interest rates. Everything is accumulating here. I actually think our market would still be going up if it was not for the government policy put in place. So therefore, I would say no. A 10% slide back is not awesome for us specifically, even as agents and you as homeowners, but a burst bubbling, it is not.
It feels more like a normal market to me. I would say, 2012, 2013 numbers.
If you go actually to the Fraser Valley Board's numbers, they actually show you in their statistics package, which we link down below if you're seeing this in our newsletter, very specifically to a balanced market, not a bubble bursting whatsoever.
Okay, so myth number 3, the stress test is bad for the market.
I absolutely think this is a myth. Realtors are saying it because we like lots of sales. It makes our lives easier. And as a result for the marketplace, no. we needed a cooling off period.
Yeah, I agree.
We needed something to slow down the increase of $10,000 to $20,000 a month in different categories. I think long term, it's actually very good. I think as individuals, we're not necessarily always very good with our money, and now the government is forcing us to be better with our money. So I would suggest overall, good thing.
Yeah, and the increase wasn't sustainable, so we needed a cool off.
Absolutely.
So myth number 4, prices will be better next year.
This is the closest one to say, I don't know if we can call it a myth. Let's call it a we don't know. Prices may be better next year. Prices may not be better next year. If any of these government incentives are rolled back, if interest rates go down, all these different things can cause prices to go right back up. So I would suggest that anybody that says prices will be better next year really doesn't know what they're saying. We all thought in 2015 that prices would come down, and instead in 2 years they doubled. So we don't know. It's not necessarily a myth, but it's I cannot say for certain.
And I think one thing to consider is your monthly payments going out, because interest rates increase, prices may go down, but your monthly payment may be the same.
Absolutely.
So that's something to consider. Okay, so our last myth, myth number 5, I'll get a better rate from the bank if I put 20% down and avoid CMHC fees.
Yes, this is the one I'm hearing from everybody wanting to, I want to save up. I'm at 15, 18%. I'm going to save and get that extra 20% down, therefore avoiding CMHC. What you have to know about what the banks are doing now is this. They are now insuring every single property that is insurable, so anything under $1 million with CMHC, but they don't tell you they're insuring it if it's over 20%. What they do is they actually give you a higher interest rate, believe it or not. So you're the better buyer now. You're getting the higher interest rate, and then they just purchase it on the back end. So the best interest rates, believe it or not, right now are the people at 5% down, under $1 million. So consider that moving forward. If you are looking to save up rather than get into the market, we always say it's better to get in earlier than later, because when those markets do jump, there's no way of possibly catching up. But the myth is, and for all you first-time buyers out there, don't let your parents tell you that saving 20% down is going to save you any money. It will not these days, the way banks are doing business.
So talk to a broker.
Yes.
Get the information and just ask what's the difference between me putting 18% versus 20% or 15%, and then now you can make the decision based on that.
We have people waiting and waiting and waiting to save the money, and the reality is you're saving the money. You may get even your payment's not going to be that much difference because your interest rate is going to go up. All right, that answers our myths of what's going on. Of course, if you have any questions about the market, call us. Call your local realtor and find out what's really going on, because all that stuff that's on the news all the time isn't necessarily up to date, and it is very market specific. I know, like I said, we call this myths of the Vancouver market, but our marketplace is actually the Fraser Valley, which is the suburbs of Vancouver. So it's very, very, very specific to each micro market. All right, until next month, thanks Chandani for joining me. The original duo is back here for the Surrey Report, and next month we hope to be actually out of town and getting another out-of-town realtor and their perspective on their marketplace. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you later. Our barbecue, client barbecue, is coming up August 10th. Chandani, let's give them some details.
Yeah, so it's at the Peace Arch Provincial Park. It's from 11 to 2 p.m. We have Triple O's food truck will be there for everybody. So, and there's going to be a experiment science show.
It's called Mad Science Show? Mad Science is the company. They're putting it on. It's for the kids. It's going to be a great time. Like she said, burgers and fries, August 10th, 11 till 2 p.m. down at the Peace Arch Park. Please RSVP so we have enough food for you. See you next month.
Bye for now. Welcome live to the Chandani and Associates.
Myths.
What did I say?
You said myths. Like, hi, Miss
No,
Smith.
myths.